there's Mummy again. Isn't she lovely?
Lovely clothes.
Well, she didn't always dress like that. That was the day we got married.
When I was a little girl?
No, before that. Look, Poppet, I've got to get you ready to meet Caroline, and I've got to go to work. But we'll look at these again soon, OK?
OK.
So they've moved my Edna?
Not as yet. All they've done so far is move the headstones. No, Edna's still in her accustomed place at the moment, but she'll be relocated in time.
You mean they're going to dig it up?
So that's your main worry gone then, isn't it? I mean, you'll know where she is and you'll be able to lie in peace with her. It's a very pleasant corner, Harry. Contemplative, shady.
Shady? I'll say it is. Disturbing the dead to make way for a new retail park.
Wait till you see. We'll do a nice job, Harry.
Who's we? How come you know so much all of a sudden?
Well, the council have asked me to carry out the reinterments.
I don't believe this. You, my mate, and you're going to dig my Edna up?
It'll all be carried out with the greatest respect, Harry. I mean, I thought you'd be pleased. After all, you chose me to bury her the first time round. Why not the second?
No one even told me. Not even you.
I'm sure the proper procedures were observed. Maybe the notification went to your previous address.
I've lived here nearly 5 years. She was buried from here.
Maybe you saw a council envelope and thought... Look, Harry, she'll be happy there, and I'll be officiating.
It shows that plot together.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, you could come along and keep an eye on things.
You what?
When we exhume the body, I could arrange for you to be present if that's what you want.
When you dig up my Edna? Get out. You're nothing but a grave robber. Go on. A common grave robber. Beat it.
That was the commanding officer.
And what did he say?
If she doesn't come for them, there's going to be a lot of red tape to deal with. Wish I could speak to the husband, really, or anyone who isn't going to read me the rule book. Padre, maybe. Wonder if I could do that.
You took on too much to start with. I mean, you've no idea how to set up something like this. And you were quite wrong to raise her hopes.
And what do you suggest I do?
Well, there must be somebody higher up with more training, more experience.
Nothing to do with my training. If the father insists, it wouldn't matter if I were Lord Denning. The army can't go around abducting children. You're right. I am out of my depth. I don't know how, but... Oh, I'm sorry.
Look, you've done your best.
And a pretty miserable little best it was, too. I should never have let her build her hopes up like this.
We'll tell her together.
No. I will. But first, I need to get a newspaper.
But, Paul!
Look. I need to think without her around to... Look, I won't be long. I need one last try, OK?
Where's your man?
Oh, he's just popped out. He won't be long.
Would you...
Tea. Of course.
There we go. Hello, what a surprise. You only just caught us.
I can't stop. I've come to ask for a date.
That's a relief. I mean,
Come on, what do you mean?
Oh, just yesterday with my dad and everything. I thought you might think it was more trouble than it was worth.
Oh, don't be silly. Look, I was thinking, if we keep looking in our diaries for a space, we're going to be going out on a pair of Zimmers. So, how about tonight?
Well, I am on call. But then again, maybe no one will call. Where do you want to go?
I've got a couple of tickets for a concert at St. George's Hall. Meet me on the steps, 7:15. I've got a dash.
What kind of concert?
I'll tell you when we get there. I've got a...
Dash?
I'm a very dashing young woman.
Certainly are. I've got a date.
Messed it up, haven't I?
Sorry?
I should never have left the boys behind.
Well... Well, what? I must say, I do find it hard to understand why you did.
Oh, do you now?
Yes, actually I do.
Oh, here comes a judge, eh?
Listen, lady, you haven't a clue what's going on out there, and I wouldn't dirty your nice clean ears with a description. I don't have to explain myself to you. My kids are safe where they are. For the minute. I went in the middle of the night. I thought, if I took them, he might hear. He might come after me. If I left him, he'd stay where he was. Oh, he wouldn't leave them. He loves them. I didn't mean to.
It doesn't matter. I'm sorry.
My mum and dad didn't want me to marry him. They were worried. Him being a soldier and that. His officers weren't too pleased with him either. All paddies are the same to them. Orange or green doesn't matter. The wives were the worst. Sitting around in their coffee mornings and their Valium parties. Here's Mrs. Paddy. Look, get out the Guinness. I knew people who had died so that we could remain loyal Protestants in the British Empire. This lot, half of them thought I was Catholic. When I had the kids, they said it was because I didn't believe in contraception. Huh? The ignorance. I had those children because I loved them. I loved him like crazy. Then he started getting passed over and snubbed and talked about. And that's when it all changed. Before that, that's what I'm scared of. Oh, I know he won't kill me. He's not stupid. I'm scared I'll see him and remember how it used to be, and I'll want to try again. Can you imagine being that trapped? Even when you've walked out, you can't even trust yourself to stay out. I walked out the other night. I used up all the last little scraps of myself doing it. All that's left of me. If I go back, I'll be back for good.
You won't have to go back. Not if you don't want to.
God, if you'd ever been like that, you'd know. Trapped. Really trapped. So that there's not even enough of you left to walk out the door.
Who's that? Only me. Come to get my trunk. Oh, hi, Terry. Good to see you. You couldn't give me a hand with this, could you?
I thought you were... Well, I mean, well, John thinks he's meeting you.
John thinks a lot of things. I just want my trunk.
They're putting me on hold. The commanding officer or someone in his office.
Paul, I haven't been very helpful over this.
Oh, why should you?
But
You're right, I should have asked.
look, that doesn't matter now. The thing is, we've got to help her. She can stay as long as she likes. And don't take any more bureaucratic nonsense from these people. What I mean is, I'm sorry, but the important thing is her.
Hello? Yes, Collins. I take it you're aware of the situation? Yeah. Oh, I see. Well, she's worried that her husband will... Oh, you know that? Hmm? Oh, I see. Oh. Yes, yes, of course. Goodbye.
Well?
Our representative in Germany has been to see your husband. There's no way they can arrange for your children to be brought to you over here.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Your husband is going to try to secure custody of the children for himself on the grounds that you've abandoned them.
He's bluffing. Tell him he's bluffing.
I can't do that. You wouldn't want me to take a chance like that, not really?
There must be something we can do.
All I can say to you is this. The Army are certainly very anxious to have the children turned over to you. I'm sure if you went back, you'd find them very cooperative.
You're telling me to go back?
Paul, she can't.
I can't see any other way.
You said you'd sort me out.
You've got to understand, I've done everything I can. I've bent the rules. I spoke to the commanding officer, I spoke to the unit families officer. I even tried to reach your husband. The trouble is, technically, you have abandoned them.
What?
I said technically.
If you knew what I'd done for those kids, and you stand there in your nice house with your nice wife and you tell me.
There's nothing more I can do for you.
Nothing you want to do. From the minute you saw me, you thought it was more trouble than it was worth, didn't you? Because it wasn't some old soldier with his leg shot off trying to contact his old chums. You're nothing but the old boys' club secretary.
I really think...
Oh, I know what you think. You think I should be grateful. Well, I'm not grateful. I'm disgusted. And I'm scared. And I'm going.
But, Vonine!
I feel dead last about this. I mean, you did set him up.
Terry, this isn't a game. He stole all my coursework, you know? I can't carry on without this stuff.
Yeah, but...
But nothing. It wasn't me who started playing dirty, it was him. I'll go get my records.
You told him. What? John? You told John? Look, I really can't deal with this just now. It's one of the reasons I left, if you must know.
That's what John said, that we drove you away. Look, he was really upset, you know. He was going to tell. How could you do it?
I'm really not in the mood to listen to you telling me how to run my life, okay?
But look, how could you do it? He was going to tell Terry. He was going to ruin everything.
Well, that's the kind of guy he is.
Listen, I know it's got nothing to do with you, but I know I shouldn't have told you, but is there no way that you can just, you know, let him down gently?
He stole my work. He tried to wreck my career. How gentle do you want me to be?
It's just that, you know, if he gets upset again, he might, you know... I'm scared. You've got to help me.
Now, that's just exactly where you're wrong. What I've got to do is get this van back by 5 o'clock. Bye.
Hey, what's up? What's wrong?
It's my fault. I was upset.
It's all right. I'm just feeling a little bit emotional. It's just the baby.
Maybe I better just go. Okay? Look, don't come out. Thanks for your help. See you soon.
You did what?
I helped to carry it out.
Oh, thanks, Terry. Thanks a lot.
Well, you're not going to get it back by nicking the luggage, are you?
But please, no lectures, eh? What time was all this?
About 11 o'clock.
Great. She set me up. She set me up and you helped her do it.
Hey, no, it's no use taking it out on me, is it?
Where have you been?
Just thinking, driving around.
What did you think?
I'm going to give up, Safa. I'm not cut out for it. Not up to it. I should just stick to whatever it is I do all day.
Look, you mustn't blame yourself for this.
If there had been someone with more experience, more go-ahead or smarter or anything, she might have been all right.
Well, I don't think she would. I mean, technically, she did abandon them.
Oh, do you want to talk about it, really?
All right. I don't think you should give up, Safa.
Why?
Selfish reasons, really.
What?
Well, when I was watching you sorting things out on the phone, trying to talk her round, thinking things through, I remembered how you used to be, I suppose. How you are when you're committed to something.
Pompous and wrong.
You weren't wrong. You were... She had no choice. But you made her feel as though she was the most important person in the world, and that's what I remembered. That you're a very good man.
While I was driving around, I was thinking I got myself involved in all this to give myself an interest and to show you that I could be as busy as you are. Maybe we should stop competing with each other and start doing things together again, eh?
Come on, we're really late.
Hi. What's the matter? Forgotten something?
Lots of things.
The dye straightens out people's mind, by the way.
I know, I stole it.
They're for tomorrow night.
What?
It's what comes of looking at your diary too often. The lines start to cross over.
Well, what's on tonight?
It's a civic do for the reopening of the building. I can't make tomorrow.
Can't ask Caroline to babysit 2 nights running.
So, Joy Wing Fu. Tonight is ours.
Do you want to eat?
Not yet.
I don't fancy Phil.
No.
Looks like we're going to have to talk to each other then.
Listen, about this morning, I
Well,
just
that's all
want-
right. I deserved it.
That's what I was going to say. So when are you moving out?
Sooner the better, really.
I hear that Sue was saying she seems worried that you might tell Terry.
Yeah, well, when you left, I went a bit crazy, I think. You know, the kind of thing.
Stealing people's trunks.
Well, trying to blackmail people into loving you.
Usual stuff. Look, John, I did what I did today because I had to. I couldn't let myself be blackmailed and bullied. And...
I'm glad you did. We'd have met and you'd have said nice things about the flat, and I'd have been thinking, what if she's only doing this to get her notes back?
Right.
And now you've got your notes back. So why are you doing this? Why are you here?
Experiment with Javanese gamelan orchestra. What a shame we didn't get in.
By you, some of my best friends are Javanese.
We must go to the Phil sometime. I haven't been since... for ages. I used to go all the time.
With?
Maylin.
You don't like talking about her, do you?
Well, we always end up talking about death. I don't fancy it tonight. Tell me about work.
Oh, you mean the fight against cancer?
How's Hattie?
She's changed completely since yesterday.
She was beautiful, very funny. She loved Brahms, and she wanted lots of children. And I miss her a lot, especially when I'm not expecting to. Like when I'm checking an ear infection or someone's heartbeat. Or now.
Do I remind you of her?
Not at all.
Would she have liked me?
I don't know. I don't do that anymore, imagining how things might have been if she hadn't have died. According to Caroline, that's because I can't decide whether to forget her or remember her.
What did she mean by that?
Saved by the bell.
Does that mean you have to go?
I don't know. I need to find a phone. Dad would say that that was Mei Lin making the bleeper work. The jealous ghost. She'll haunt you if you're not careful.
I never did try to use you as a Laura substitute, you know. It's not why I stayed here. I want to get lost in my work. Sometimes I think I'm never going to find my way out again. You see people like that, don't you?
Like what?
People who never find their way out again. And all that stuff you came out with about how you walked out on a marriage for me, that's not fair either. I could just as well say to you that you used me to lever you out of a bad, worn-out relationship, couldn't I?
What?
You're not listening.
No.
Well, look, I'd like to know what you think. I'd like to know where we stand, really.
Why?
What?
Why are you always talking and analysing? Why can't you just, I don't know, go with the flow?
Well, I'd just like to know what you think, why you came back.
Lust.
Yeah, but in the morning.
I'll still respect you.
Oh, Cheryl, I want to talk.
I don't.
Are you going to move into the flat?
I haven't thought about it.
Look.
Try.
Look, you're not being fair.
Oh.
I couldn't face it if we... And then you weren't there in the morning.
Then I promised to stay for breakfast.
I'm being serious.
So am I.
Okay, yeah, thanks a lot. Yes, I'll be there.
So, you have to go.
I'll get you a cab.
Oh, it's all right. I'll get one at the station. Well, it was fun while it lasted.
We must walk up and down Lime Street again sometime.
Yes, we must.
When? Oh, no. Not the diary. Well,
You better go.
Yep. See you.
Jimmy's next, and dramatic proof of the need for the advanced trauma life support courses for doctors in casualty.
Jonathan, come on out of there. It's too nice a day to stay indoors.
Oh, tell that to this report I'm writing.
You've got to eat, haven't you? Come on, I'm tempting you.
Okay, I'll give in. I'm tempted.
You gonna give me a hand with this, or what?
With what?
This barbecue.
What barbecue?
The one I just decided to have. Call it a celebration, if you like.
Of what?
Life, the summer, you name it.
An imminent wedding could be one reason.
Yes.
Okay, you two get the barbecue sorted out. And I'll get on with the food.
Oh! Ah!
That'll fix him.
Beats working, doesn't it?
Hope the taxman say the same thing.
Well, we'll just have to burn the midnight oil.
The way Sue's sleeping at the moment, that's no problem. She's in and out of bed all night, you know.
Getting in some practice.
Ah, well, it'll be worth it.
Here you go. How's it going?
It's going to be a while yet.
That's okay. We've got all afternoon.
Lunch, you said?
A long lunch.
Glad she's back.
Yeah, you can say that again. Yes, I nearly messed it up not getting the flat when she wanted to.
Everything all right, is it?
Yes, we'll be in there in a couple of weeks. You sorted for the wedding?
Some of it. Sue's asked Cheryl to be a witness.
That's right.
So that just leaves me to pick the best man. Funny things, weddings, aren't they?
No.
I mean, you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, do you?
Generally do, though.
You can't ask more than one, can you? And, well, I'd like it to be an owl night.
Nearly ready.
So, well, I was thinking of asking Barry Grant.
Why not?
Oh, well, I thought you might want to.
Having Barry's all right with me. No problem.
Might be with Sue, though. She doesn't like Barry. In fact, that's an understatement. She can't really stand him.
What do you think of this for the Safford dinner? Trouble is, I haven't got a thing to wear.
You've got a wardrobe full.
I suppose I could brighten it up with a gold chain or those earrings Mother gave me.
Just the thing, I'd say.
Trouble is, I really need something a little bit more low-cut.
I'm sure you'll look nice whatever you put on.
It is quite a dressy do. I mean, it does say black tie on the tickets, doesn't it?
That reminds me. I better get my dinner jacket to the cleaners. Nice to be doing this kind of thing again, isn't it?
Yes, it is. That's why I don't want to let you down. What I could really do with is a new dress.
Well, get one then.
Oh, thank you, Paul. Can we go this afternoon?
Not possible, I'm afraid. Not for me, anyway. Look at this lot.
Well, a second opinion would be such a help.
Tell you what, though. I'll give you an open check.
Don't open that door.
Afternoon. Huh? Oh, going out, are we?
Just going through my wardrobe.
What can I do for you? I want you to use your influence. I'll do my best. Sure, look at that.
She's home from work early.
Out here, not even married. I've been ashamed in my day.
Well, I think Terry's doing his best to rectify that.
Mind you, our Kevin's is bad. Worse. Their baby's arrived and they're not married.
There's a lot of things worse than they used to be, Harry.
No, they won't even let the deadline peace these days.
You know how sorry we were to hear about that.
Yes, well, I want you to help my Edna. I mean, you've got influence with the army.
What's Edna got to do with the army?
Well, the army have all those graves. Look at all those cemeteries in France.
They were war graves, Harry. You should know that.
Well, there'd be some trouble if they were moved, wouldn't there?
That's different. Those cemeteries were for serving soldiers, weren't they?
I was a serving soldier. What happens to me when I get laid to rest?
That's up to you, I suppose.
I want to be with Edna, Noddle Park Cemetery. There could be hundreds of soldiers in there, for all we know. So what are you going to do about it?
There's not a lot left. We weren't expecting you back.
That's all right, I've eaten. Well, the girls in the office took me down the pub for a farewell blowout, so not much point in going back to work after that.
Is that where the prezzies are from?
Yeah, they had a collection. Starting with maternity leave. 18 weeks of glorious leisure.
I'm not sure it's going to be quite like that.
No, there's a little matter of planning a wedding for a start.
Not to mention having a baby.
Yeah, well, let's try and get it in that order, eh?
Well, my mum can't decide whether to have a big do because it's a wedding, or else keep it all quiet because I'm pregnant.
Weddings should be fun.
Well, I'm not bothered, as long as it's done legally.
Well, I mean, I don't want my mum doing it because, you know, she'll invite a load of old aunties that I've never clapped eyes on.
My dad's idea of a wedding would be to drag us all down the boozer with his mates, so long as I slipped him a few quid first.
I just wouldn't mind a few people round here.
Your dad could fetch a few cans up.
We could have a party in the garden.
With champagne.
Oh, well, that bottle's still wet the baby's head. They made me promise to keep it till then.
You're going to need more than one bottle.
Yeah, well, we won't be able to afford much, not with the baby coming.
How about I provide the bubbly? Call it my present if you like.
That's really nice.
Can't wait.
Hello.
Hello.
Look, I know it must have looked a bit odd just now, but Paul and I are going for this fundraising dinner for Sappho.
This one's to the Queen. Her Majesty the Queen. She'll be of more use than your husband is.
And I haven't got anything to wear.
This one's to the Prime Minister. I can't see her letting them mess her Dennis about, can you?
No, I suppose not. So I'm going to the shops.
I'm not giving up, you know. I'll fight them on the beaches.
You look burdened. Can I give you a lift?
That's nice of you. Commonwealth and Empire Club, please.
You'll have to decide on a colour scheme soon. You have to get the flowers ordered.
Well, my dress is going to be peach.
Peach and cream, then. You can have bouquets of gypsophila, carnations, and roses. And Terry can have a peach buttonhole.
All right.
Oh, you don't worry, Terry.
Oh, all right, if it's what you want.
And your best man, too.
Right, well, I think we better get this lot sorted out.
Have you asked anybody yet?
What's the hurry?
Well, I wanted to have a word with you about that. We want to get on, don't we?
Well,
Well, I know you've asked Cheryl and that.
choose who you want, Terry.
Well, I was thinking of John.
And what did he say?
But he said he didn't mind.
Well, that's all right, then.
No, well, what I mean is, he said he didn't mind if it wasn't him.
What are you trying to say, Terry?
Well, I want to ask Barry.
Barry Grant.
Yeah, look, I'm sure he'd behave himself. I mean, it's only for one day, isn't it?
Only the one day?
But he couldn't stand it.
Oh, it's all right, Terry.
What?
Well, I mean, it's only the one day. I mean, the only time that you'll be getting married.
Yeah.
So, have who you want. It's all right with me.
You were wrong.
Has he persuaded her or she persuaded him?
Either way, looks like it's safe to get on with the clearing up.
Prisoners in our own kitchen. At least we won't have this trouble when we're in the flat.
You're in the flat, you mean?
Hey, it's all right. She doesn't mind. What's that supposed to mean? I can do what I want. Cheryl?
You have made one man very happy.
Well, it's the least I could do, isn't it?
Jonathan thought there was going to be trouble.
Oh, so that's what the disappearing act was all about?
Yeah, he says you can't stand Barry.
Well, I can't.
So why?
Well, think about it, Cheryl. I mean, well, it's the least I can do, isn't it? You know, when I make those promises at the wedding, I'll really mean them, you know. I'll do my best to be the best wife and the best mother that there ever was. So Terry won't regret what he's doing. I'll make sure of that.
I know.
So wish me luck.
I do.
Hey, I've only got to get me shit, and then I'm on my way to being a married man. Funny, isn't it, how you change your mind about things? I mean, one minute you're with your mate saying, nah, I'm never going to get tied down. Next minute, you can't wait. I'm going to make sure I get a dishwasher in the new flat. I'm going to be doing some serious entertaining now I've got my own business. Hey, that's something we're going to have to sort out. You know about renting furniture and that? I'll phone the house agent this afternoon. What for? Find out what to charge. So I'm always telling my clients what to do. Get the right advice. Couldn't just you and me come to some sort of arrangement? No, no. This is business. We'll go about it the proper way. I'll find out the going rate for a furnished three-bedroom semi. Yeah. And that's what you pay. Right with you, is it?
Oh, you've grown so much. I don't think these are going to fit you either.
I'm a big girl now.
You certainly are. You'll be going to big school soon, won't you? Now, let's see if this fits you. I like this. Well, you might still get into this. You'll have to try it. We're going to have to go shopping.
Aye, aye. You look busy.
We're going on the holidays.
Oh, have you been a good girl?
Yeah. We're going to need new swimsuits, possibly. New sundress.
You're hopeful, aren't you?
Never know your luck.
Never mind about the weather. It's our first holiday, this, you know.
Yeah, first of many. Come and try this on, sweetheart. Then we'll know whether we have to buy another one or not.
And if it doesn't fit you, I'll have it, all right?
I'm collecting for a jumble sale. While we're in the mood, shall we go through your cupboards?
Well, who's in the mood?
Going on holiday always gets me like this.
3 weeks, just you and me.
And Claire.
Lucky fella, aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
Why won't you come with me?
I have a place of my own now.
But you came to England to live with me.
I hardly knew you.
OK, I know I dragged my feet. I know I let you down about the flat. I know I made promises I didn't keep. It took nearly losing you to learn that, but I've learned it now. Now I've done what you wanted. I bought the flat and I want us to be there together.
Do you remember how it was in Canada?
I'll never forget.
It was like you'd come all that way to rescue me. And I knew getting married wasn't right, but I didn't dare let myself believe it till I saw you.
I knew we were right. And we were right until I messed it up.
I'm glad that you did.
Why?
Because I needed to stop seeing you as my hero. I needed to get you into proportion. I didn't just come here for you, you know. I did come here to work, too.
Come with me, Cheryl. I won't mess it up again.
I want to be fair to you and to myself. So I'm going to stay over there during the week and come here when we both have time off. And that way, when I am here, you'll know it's because I want to be, okay?
Looks like it'll have to be.
Will this lot do? Some of this stuff hasn't fitted me for years.
Great. Stick them on the couch, will you, love? I'll sort through them in a minute. Make sure they're fit to send.
Only for the jumbo sale, innit?
Yeah, but people still have standards, you know. You'd be surprised at the state of some of the things we got. Even had underpants that hadn't been washed.
Done this before, have you?
Yeah, every year. My little bit for charity. You'd be surprised how much we raise.
No, I wouldn't. Then the thing or two being on the beat. Be a lot of people glad of this sort of stuff.
Yeah. If a load is all in there, perhaps your dad will give a lift down with it.
Not that I'll be on the beat forever. Sergeant Appleby's just recommended me for a CID attachment.
Great. Detective Corky, eh? All this is.
What's going on?
Spring cleaning. Only it's a bit late.
You got anything you want to get rid of?
What's this? I've never seen you wearing this.
Oh, it was a present from Kirsty.
Do you mind? I'm trying to get rid of stuff here.
No, see. Aye, sneak up to Corkill.
Pack it in with you.
How's work?
Oh, it was great. We've been busy all day. I'm really pleased.
Big head Corkill.
Hey, no need for that.
They've got a picture of me on the wall, getting me prize, and they've had it framed.
See what I mean?
It's funny, you know. Now that they think I'm good, I think I'm good. I mean, I feel like I can just look at a customer and I know what they need.
Means you're in the right job, then.
Yeah, it's not like school. I mean, I never thought I'd enjoy work.
I hated school. Look at me now. Open university.
Oh, next month I've been booked for a wedding. Bride, bridesmaids, bride's mother, the lot.
He's having a good go this afternoon.
Yeah, well, let's hope he wears himself out so we can get some sleep tonight.
I know, yeah. My back was black and blue when I woke up this morning.
Sorry.
What for? It's what we want, isn't it? A healthy baby.
That little knob down there, I think it's a heel. And, you see, I think that's a little hand poking out at the side.
Must want to get out.
Yeah, well, not too soon, I hope. We haven't got anything ready yet.
Yeah, I know. And we've got to take it a bit easy on what we spend, you know. Because Jonathan's putting the rent up. He wants us to pay the going rate.
How are we going to manage that? Can you ask him to wait a bit?
No, I'm not going to ask him for any favours. I'll just have to work all the hours God sends.
But you already do.
I'll just have to do more. I mean, I've already told him at Dawson's I'll work any weekend he wants, so we'll just have to hope there's a lot of weddings this summer.
I wish I could do something, you know. I just feel so bad lying here.
You're doing your bit. Look, you look after yourself and that baby, and I'll take care of the rest.
Never guess who I saw. Whatever's going on?
Dressmaking.
Got enough stuff there to make a marquee.
Yes, well, I'm making a full-length skirt. Who did you see?
Harry Cross outside the Commonwealth and Empire Club.
I know, I gave him a lift. Cut on the bias.
I really think the man's going mad. He was parading up and down outside the club with a sandwich poured round his neck.
Oh, so that's what it was.
He'd be lucky if he doesn't get sued for defamation of character.
I think I might have been an accessory.
Do you know what it said? it accused Arthur Parkinson of being a grave robber.
I thought you were going to be this lady of leisure.
Well, I'm just checking Terry's books. It's one of the things I can do for him now I'm at home. One less thing for him to have to worry about.
Does he have a lot of worries?
Yeah, the perennial money.
I thought he was doing okay. He seems to work long enough hours.
Yeah, too long. But I won't see him till the morning now, and, you know, he won't take more than a couple of days off after the wedding. Not that we can afford to go away.
I didn't know having a baby was so expensive.
Oh, you just wait.
I intend to. Well, at least you'll have a roof over your head.
Yep.
It'll be much better once John and I are out and you have the place to yourselves.
Yes.
Is something the matter?
It's all right.
Oh, come on, I know you well enough.
Well, I suppose John does have his reasons.
John? What's he done now?
Well, it's just this business about the rent, you know, but we'll manage.
Are you trying to tell me he's put the rent up?
Didn't you know?
No, I did not.
Well, I mean, it is a very nice house, but...
And you're going to have another mouth to feed. I think I'll go and have a word with Mr. Gordon Davies.
Did you get the chops?
2, that's right, isn't it?
Gordon isn't in tonight.
And again?
Well, his new job seems to have a lot of evening work.
So long as it's not a lot of evening drinking.
Paul, they're selling wine. They wouldn't do very good business if they drank it all.
Well, at least he seems settled.
More than settled, happy. I've never seen him so contented.
Perhaps he's found his niche at last.
I hope so.
I never imagined he'd grow up to be a second-hand car salesman.
Wine sounds so much better than cars.
And that's not all I didn't expect.
Gave me some extra money this morning.
What for?
For his keep. Says he can pay his way now.
Perhaps he's really growing up at last.
Oh, come on, Paul. We haven't done so badly. Could have been worse.
Well, that's one thing I've learned from this Sappho work. I was worried it was going to be depressing, but as a matter of fact, it's cheered me up. Makes me count my blessings.
I know it's important for you. And that's why I'm doing this. I don't want to let you down.
Going to be just like the old days again, isn't it?
Us in our glad rags. You always did look good in your dinner jacket.
Stop.
Haven't started yet.
Have you read this?
Of course I have.
Well, there's a diagram here showing you how to pin out the patterns. Yours isn't anything like it.
Oh, you're standing on the wrong side.
Why have you got so much material?
I don't know. I just bought what it said.
This bit of pattern should be on the fold.
Let me see.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
But I couldn't find a dress, could I? I looked and looked, and they're all horrible.
How long is it since you did any sewing?
I used to make dresses for Lucy. Says it's easy to make, but it certainly isn't. Now, if you'd come with me, this wouldn't have happened.
Plan of campaign.
What?
If you can't do something, find someone who can. Phone up Miriam.
What for?
Well, you want to be the belle of the ball, don't you? Phone up Miriam, find the name of that dressmaker she was going on about, and all your troubles will be over.
You cannot do this, Jonathan.
I did it for you.
You never even mentioned it to me.
How else do you think I can afford the flat? I've just stretched myself to the limit setting up a new business. And Terry's a big boy now. He's nearly a married man, nearly a father.
Yeah, but there are friends.
It doesn't help a friendship if things aren't done right. This way we'll both know it's a fair rent.
What if they can't afford it?
They're both earning. This is the real world.
You mean you'd throw them out?
It won't come to that.
But if it did?
Then I'd have to think about it, wouldn't I? Like you said, I'm not the hero anymore.
No.
And I'm not Mr. Rack Rent either. I am just a bloke who was trying to be fair to myself as well as to Terry.
Okay.
Though I might sometimes be a little soft-hearted.
Makes two.
Tea's ready. Tracy, shout, will you, love?
You ready?
You all right there?
It smells good.
Well, I had a bit of time today, so I thought I'd make an effort.
Suits me.
Where's your mum's heart?
Starving. What's new? Are you starving?
Are you going to eat all this up? There's another one.
Yeah, that's my shirt, that.
Yeah, I never got off that bag.
Yeah, but that's for the jumbo sale, though.
That means you did money.
But the jumbo sale's a good cause, isn't it? For charity, isn't it?
Oh, well, OK, I'll give you some money for it then. How much would this do for you?
Oh, I don't know, about 30p?
Hello?
30 pence. Pay 15 quid for that.
Hey, knock it off, will you? Hello, yeah?
Oh, yeah, Sheila, did you ring me today?
No, love.
Yeah, this is Billy. Who's speaking?
There was a message to say my mum rang.
Your mum had us said Sheila.
Well, that's what they said. Well, they said it was my mum.
Where are you?
Mum?
Well,
Where have you been?
said she'd ring back.
Yeah, we're all right, yeah.
What if it was here?
How about you?
What if it is here?
No, don't be stupid.
All right. OK, yeah.
It's here.
Your dad's tea's going cold. Your tea's going cold.
Sheila, I'm sorry. That was your mum. She's coming back.
Find out how the victim of the serious head-on crash is getting on in the high dependency unit. Jimmy's next.
Oh, it's you?
Well, what's wrong with that?
Don't know why you're so keen on the housework. Oh, it's because of me mum's coming home, innit?
Of course not. This needed doing anyway.
She's not back till next week. Be dirty again by then.
Don't you want us to come back or something?
Don't know, do I? Do you?
Yeah, I do. I want to see her. I don't know what she's been doing and why she hasn't written. I want to know that she's all right.
Want to know why she left? What she's rung up now for? She left us long enough without hearing from her.
At least you got a card on your birthday.
She didn't write us any proper letters, though, did she? I want to know where she's been. I mean, I got used to her not being here.
I knew it. You don't want her back, do you?
Of course I want her to come back. She's my mum, isn't she?
Yeah, well, I wish she was here now. I know she's not perfect. I know she let us down and that, but I don't care. I want to see her. I want to talk to her and touch her. And when she comes back, I want us to stay.
If you compare the sales figures from last year to the first 6 months of this, you'll see there's a big difference.
Well, maybe people are getting a lot more choosy about what wine they'll drink.
Going more upmarket.
Well, that suits us.
Too right. Now, we already need to be thinking about the Christmas bookings. It's an important time for us. Now, what I'd like to do is to go through the books and sort out which venues have been the most worthwhile.
All right, well, I've made a start. Now, here's 2 separate lists. That's the private functions, etc., and this one's the on-trade.
Now, let's have a look at the private functions first. They make up in fun what they lack in income.
Shall I get that, Mum?
No, I'm on my way. It'll be the dressmaker.
Are you going somewhere special?
Just a Safford dinner with my husband.
Forces welfare. My dad's got very involved with it.
Looks like your mum has too.
Mrs. Collins?
So you found your way all right?
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Well, do come in. It is a little out of the way.
Oh, I'll go anywhere. I'm sorry I had to come so late, but I'm that busy.
Look, shall we take this through to the kitchen?
No, it's all right. I thought we'd go upstairs.
That might be best, especially with you having to take your clothes off.
My son, Gordon.
This is my boss, Keith Patterson.
My son and Mr. Patterson are in business together. They specialise in wine.
Well, I'm learning.
Very nice.
Are you a wine drinker?
Oh, when I get the chance.
Shall we go up then?
Oh.
Why didn't she come back sooner? I mean, why's she been away so long?
How am I supposed to know?
She does love us. I know she does. That's why she's coming back, isn't it?
Search me.
I mean, what's she been doing? Why's she been away so long?
She could have lost her memory.
Oh, don't be stupid.
Okay, I'm going to be late for work.
Why's she making us wait? Couldn't you come back sooner?
You and all your whys. I'm not a mind reader, you know. How am I supposed to know?
Well, it just keeps going round and round in my head.
Hey, yeah, where's Sheila?
Okay, I've got to go.
Have you seen her?
She's upstairs. Playing in the bath.
Right.
Dad,
What?
what did my mum say exactly?
Look, she just said, was it me? Were you all right? And could she come round? That's all she said.
Didn't she ask how we were?
Of course she did, love, yeah.
Remember we were at my nan's and I used to have them bad dreams and she used to sit with me all night till I went to sleep.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
You could talk to her. All the other girls used to talk about the mums and I thought, I've got the best mum in the world.
Well, that was a long time ago, love, you know. People don't stay the same.
First when she went, I just couldn't believe it. I always knew she'd come back.
We've been all right, haven't we?
I tried to forget about her and I did for some of the time. But only because I had to.
Look, love, I've made a new life for myself. We've all made new lives, you know. There's no going back.
You do want to see her though, don't you?
I don't know.
Well, what's she coming back for then?
I wish I knew.
Oh, I didn't go anywhere near you. There. Arms down. Let's have a measure at the back then. I think that'll be more or less all right. Let's have a look at the material before we go any further.
Cost a fortune.
Oh, I'm not at all surprised. Crepe.
It's pretty, though, isn't it? I think the colour really
This
suits
pattern,
me.
no, it'll never work.
Oh, it'll look lovely.
You want something with more body to hold this shape?
No, I want it to flow.
Oh, it'll flow. Suggested materials, taffeta, brocade and poplin.
Well, I chose it because of the colour. I think one has to be very careful about colour when you get a little older.
You have to be very careful about necklines, too. You'll want this one cutting higher.
Well, I wasn't thinking about it.
About there, I'd say. And longer sleeves.
No, I want an evening dress. I mean, I don't want to let my husband down.
Just you leave it to me. They've no idea, some of these people. Who needs designers?
I've got that Chinese doctor on here. Made sure he wrote doctor.
Harry lives across the close.
And Jonathan Gordon Davis. A double barrel name. Always looks good. Yeah. Not that he's been of much assistance otherwise. Nor is your dad.
Well, I'm sorry, but Dad's not in, so,
Who is in, then?
What's it about?
Me wife. They disturbed her bones.
Oh, dear.
Mum?
It's all I've got left now, you see, a grave. And it's always been a comfort to know she was safe down there.
I'm sure it is.
Mum, Harry's here with a petition.
She can't come down. She's got nothing on.
Oh, you'd better leave it then.
Well, it's all right, I'll sign it.
Yeah, well, you'd better read it first. We, the undersigned, demand respect for the dead, that they may lie in peace. Amen.
Quite right, too.
Are you a widow?
Not yet.
Well, if you were, you wouldn't want your husband disturbed, would you?
I would not. I'll sign it for you. It'll be a pleasure. Too much messing about with other people's lives these days.
You can gladly have my support.
I'm surprised at your mother, you know. You're not just helping me signing that, you know. You're helping yourself, because it's going to happen to all of us one day.
Bed early, isn't she?
Yeah, well, she's been narky all day.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not your fault.
Well, it could be. They catch the mood at that age, don't they?
I'm all right.
It's funny, isn't it? When you want something, you don't get it. When it comes along, you don't want it anymore.
Doreen,
Yeah,
are you sure you don't want it?
you know what I want.
Look, I wouldn't want to stand in your way.
Don't even think it. You know what we've got, Sheila. Only you and me know that. So you know that I want all this. You, the kids, having our tea, going on holiday. Everyday things. Is that too much to ask for?
Just when we thought we got everything sorted out.
It'll be about the divorce, something like that.
I don't know how I'd feel if I saw Bobby again. I avoid it, you know, when I take Claire.
Don't want him back, do you?
No, never. I know what it's like, though. Having had so much of your life with a person. Doreen. I can't help being frightened.
Do you think I'm scared as well?
Yeah. I know how you felt when she left. I saw you.
Yeah, well, I won't deny that. I mean, we had something good once, me and Doe. And nearly killed me when she left. But that was a long time ago. I've got you now. We're what counts. You do believe that, don't you?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Gordon. That was a good afternoon's work.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm sorry about Harry, though.
Oh, that's all right. I was glad to help. After all, I know the feeling.
Feeling?
The outsider against the world.
Yeah. Me too.
That's one of the reasons I wanted to set up my own business, so I wouldn't be at anyone's mercy. Thanks for your hospitality, Mrs. Collins.
You finished then?
Thanks to Gordon. Did the fitting go well?
Only time will tell. Dinner in half an hour?
Oh, thanks, Mum.
Lucky you. Could be something out of the freezer for me tonight.
Oh. Won't Alistair have made something for you?
No, he's been away. He said he'd eat on the train. Look, you wouldn't like to help me out tonight, would you?
How?
By giving me an excuse for going to my favourite restaurant. I'd like to introduce you to it. See what you think of its wine list.
I'd love to.
There you go. Not that it'll do any good.
What do you know about it?
Well, I don't know that these things ever do. I see them being handed over on the telly and that, but that's all you hear of them.
But they don't know my record, do they? Who do you think got that hole filled in?
Thought it was the council.
No, me writing and campaigning. That's the trouble nowadays. People give up. They think the little man's got no voice. But us that went through the war, we know how to fight on.
Oh, well, good luck with it anyway.
Thanks.
Harry? Harry Cross? I want to have a word with you.
Don't know somebody like you can show your face around this place.
The boot on the other foot. Do you realise what you've been doing is against the law?
Who says?
You're lucky I've not been to see my solicitor about you for defamation of character.
What about what you did to my Edna?
I was doing my job and doing it with due reverence, but you've blackened my name publicly at the club, and I demand a public apology.
And I want my Edna back in her rightful place.
That's nothing to do with me. I was asked to do a job.
You should be ashamed of yourself, grave robber.
It's gonna be a lively evening, is it?
Sorry, I was thinking.
I'm walking too.
It's about the CID, as a matter of fact. Sergeant Appleby's recommended me for an attachment.
He would, wouldn't he?
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, he's always favoured you, hasn't he? Everybody knows that.
CID would be a lot better than pavement pounding, I can tell you. It's plain clothes for the start.
Have you so made up about it? And why have you got a face like a wet weekend?
That's another thing. It's me mum.
But you didn't have a mum.
Of course I've got a mum. Everyone else having it.
You never talked about her before.
It's because she hasn't been here before. Only now she is. She went away, you see. Something happened between her and my dad. And now she's coming back. Well, she says she is.
And don't you believe her?
Don't know what to believe.
Get the impression you're not too keen.
Oh, don't say that.
So what's the gob for?
Come on, Harry. We've got to sort this out.
Go away.
It's no good blaming me. It was the council that gave the planning permission.
They never asked me, did they?
Well, they should have. They send out all these notices.
Are you calling me a liar?
Of course not. The computer could have got it wrong. Look, Harry, we can't talk about it like this. Look, let me in.
No chance.
Thanks. What do you think?
Oh, it's impressive.
Most of it's ours.
Well, how did you manage that?
Well, it started with a house wine. They had a good one, but we offered them a better one for less. It grew from there. Thanks.
Cabernet Sauvignon?
Very good.
Australian?
Ta-da! You're a natural.
You know, this is the first job I've had that's really felt right.
Lucky for both of us, then.
So what made you decide to set the business up?
Alistair's idea, really. And his money. I used to be in industry, but it didn't really suit me. I was too much of a maverick to fit in. And then there was always the business of company entertainment. Well, could you and your wife come round? Or why don't you bring your wife to the annual dinner? Used to wish I'd had the courage to take Alistair, but it would have been the kiss of death to any chance of promotion. I suppose I got out before it became impossible.
Yeah, I never really got started on my career. Maybe that was my way of protesting.
Anyway, then Alistair's father died and left him some money. He knew of my interest in wine and offered to set me up.
Very generous.
Yes, I owe him a lot.
Well, you'll soon be able to pay him back after this afternoon's figures.
Yes, but it's not just the money. Other ways as well. For one thing, he showed me that I needn't be ashamed of being gay.
I suppose that's one of the things Chris did for me.
Chris?
Past history.
You on duty tomorrow?
You know I'm not.
What about you and me going out somewhere together then?
No.
Why not?
Look what happened last time we went somewhere together.
You mean Blackpool? I didn't know Kirsty was going to be there, did I? Anyway, you were as much to blame for what happened as me.
I was not.
Felt like it when you were kissing me.
It's different for me, though, isn't it? I'm not the one that was engaged.
You knew it was, though.
Look, don't try and make me responsible for what you do.
Well, it takes two, doesn't it?
And why do you think I'm not engaged? It's not because I haven't had an offer. As a matter of fact, I've had quite a few. It's because I don't want to be. I'm not ready to settle down yet, and I don't pretend I am. So that's why I was free to kiss you. But you weren't free to kiss me. I deserved all you got.
Yeah, well, I'm not ready to settle down yet either. That's what I found out.
Better late than never, I suppose.
Anyway, I'm free now. So what about tomorrow night?
I've said it once. The answer's no.
I haven't seen Kirsty, you know. Not since Blackpool.
And how long is that?
6 weeks.
You haven't seen me either, except at work. So how come you're suddenly so keen?
Don't be like that.
It's because you need a shoulder to cry on, isn't it?
I was only asking you out.
You think it'll be all right to ask me out when you need me and just forget about me when you don't?
Yeah, mate.
I don't want any heavy stuff, Rod. I didn't mind a bit of fun, but that was the beginning and end of it. I'm sorry about your mum. I hope it all works out all right. That's your business, and I don't want to know, all right?
Makes you wonder what goes on behind other people's doors. I mean, on the surface, there we were, the perfect family. Mother, father, 2 kids. And then it'd all change. I feel sorry for my dad sometimes.
He sounds like a nice bloke.
Oh, he is, really. Bit of a fuddy-duddy on the outside, but he tries. That's why I'd like to make this job work. Matters to him.
You can't go about all your life trying to please your parents. I tried for a long time, but I never could.
It's difficult.
It was the after all we've done for you. I used to think it was me that was wrong. Till Alistair.
Have you two been together long?
Nearly 8 years. I was very young when I met him, and in a bit of a mess.
He's older than you?
10 years. He looks after me in a way. Is that the time?
Well, it's not late.
No, but Ali will be home.
You don't have to go yet, do you?
He'll wonder where I am.
It looks like they've got a brilliant dessert trolley.
All right. Have you got 10p?
No problem.
Who took this out of the oven?
I did.
Oh, great. Well, that's tomorrow's tea sorted then. It hasn't been cooked.
I forgot.
What do you mean you forgot? Did you take the timer off?
I was cleaning the oven.
We don't need it till tomorrow, do we?
Well, you could have put it back.
And you could have said thanks.
Now, come on, you two.
Well, it didn't need cleaning anyway.
Hey, leave it, eh?
Yes, it did.
Leave it.
What's it got to do with you anyway? It's not your house.
Hey, shut it, will you?
No, you always take her side. This is me mother's house. It always has been and it always will be. And I wish she was here now.
What did you tell him?
That I was working late. Well, he worries. You could say that's his main fault. No, he's a good bloke, really.
Well, Chris certainly wasn't a worrier. I suppose with us you could say the boot was on the other foot.
At first, it was one of the things I used to like.
At first?
Oh, with this job, I can never be sure when I'll be home, can I? And with him being away such a lot, well, he feels we don't see enough of one another.
What's he away for?
He sells computers. I don't mean desktop PCs like you and I might have, but whole systems to hospitals, places like that.
I used to be interested in computers.
Used to be? What happened?
Oh, part of the general rebellion, I suppose. When I ran off to France, I gave all that stuff up with the rest of it.
Ran off to France? That sounds very period and romantic. I ran off to France with my lover.
Because of my lover, anyway.
Oh.
Oh, I've made it sound much better than it was. I was scared stiff. They'd found out about us at school, you see.
I do see. Always a nasty moment.
And I was young, unsure. Just couldn't cope with it.
Do you think you could cope with it better now?
I think so. Yeah.
Come on, Harry. Why don't you leave me alone?
I'll bring it up at the club.
Oh, no, you won't. I will. Don't you move a muscle. Why don't you set in foot in my house?
She's safe, Harry. She's under the ground where she always was. Just a bit further along, that's all. It was all very reverential.
It's just a job to you, isn't it? Another dead body. But to me, she's my Edna.
I took special care.
I used to go there week in and week out. Rain and shine. I spent a fortune on flowers.
You wouldn't want us to move her twice now, would you?
Yes, I would. That's just what I do want.
I'm still waiting for my apology.
Well, you're going to wait a long time. Grave robber, I called you, and that's what you are. I'm going to resign from the Commonwealth and Empire Club, but not before I see you off that committee. I think it's an utter disgrace to the memory of serving men. They should have a grave robber as a chairman.
How is she?
She's sorry. She didn't mean it.
Didn't she?
She's upset. We're all upset.
She's right.
No, she's not. She likes you. You two are getting on.
Different now, though, isn't it?
I wish I never had that phone call.
I'll go to Matty's.
No.
Just for a few days.
You can't do that. Don't you see, it'd be like admitting you had no right to be here.
Have I?
Remember what you said? If I go to bed with you, we'll be as good as married. Well, we are married, in all but name.
You and Tracy need time just to sort yourselves out.
I can't go through this without you.
I'm sorry. I'm being selfish. What are we going to do?
Promise you'll stay. Though won't be here long. I'll find out what she wants and then she'll be gone.
I can't be here when she comes. Don't ask me to do that.
Sheila, don't leave me now.
A 26-stone man desperate to lose weight is admitted to Jimmy's to have his stomach stapled. Next.
They're nice. Your dad asked me to stay. He wants me to be here when she comes back. I know how you feel. If I was you, I'd feel exactly the same.
You've got to pick Claire up, haven't you?
Matty's picking her up.
It's all right, Matty, isn't he?
Yeah.
So you'll have somewhere to stay then, won't you?
I'll go to my sister's. If it comes to that. Hiya.
What's up?
Nothing.
Why didn't you put the flags out as well, you?
I might, yeah.
Where are you going?
Out.
You're not.
Billy, please.
You're not going. We've been through all this and you're not going. What's been going on?
Nothing.
You're lying.
I'm not.
I told you, you're staying.
I'm going for a walk.
You're not.
For God's sake, let me go.
Come on now, hang on. Hey, look, take no notice of them. Hey, it's just me and you, all right?
I don't want to be here when she comes.
But we agreed.
I know. You need me to be there, don't you?
No.
Yes, you do. Because if I'm not there giving you something to prove, you won't be able to go through with this.
That's rubbish. It's rubbish.
Yeah.
Look, I'll give her an hour and then she's going, all right? An hour, because I have got something to prove. Your Barry said you'd go. The minute Doreen gets back, he said you'd go. And I'm not having him saying I told you so.
I want you to do this for me. I don't want you to do it to spite Barry or to spite Doreen. I want you to do it for me.
I am doing it for you. Come on, come back, eh?
No.
Look, she'll be gone by 7:30. Come back then. It's you I love now.
All right. Hey, you okay?
Yes.
Look, do you fancy a cup of tea or something?
No, you're all right, love.
Well, you see, I wanted to talk to you, about Barry and that.
Yeah, all right.
Has something upset you?
No.
It's just that, well, I wanted them down, you see, for the wedding and that.
Who?
Barry.
Oh.
Are you sure you're all right?
Yes.
Well, you see, I want to ask him to be my best man, and I was just wondering.
Hello, Billy.
All right.
Been hoovering.
I'll have to go away more often.
You still take sugar?
No.
You still use those?
Yeah. You two are bigger and the place is smaller.
How long are you staying?
What's this?
We converted the garage.
What to?
A room.
Can't I see?
No. How long are you staying?
As long as she wants.
I'm talking to your mother.
You're treating her like muck.
How long?
She's staying as long as she wants. You don't treat me mother like muck. She's staying as long as she wants.
What happened to your hair?
Do you like it?
No.
Suit you?
Have you got an ashtray?
No.
Yeah, there's one here.
Jamie still around?
No.
Kirsty?
No.
I've got a lot of catching up to do, haven't I?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You're starting to get on my nerves.
You mind your own business.
It is my business. She's back and you're trying to throw her out as soon as she's in the door. But you're not on right.
You're
because she's
making the
staying.
change.
Not
She's
staying.
staying.
She's staying.
As long as she
She
wants.
is not
And if you carry
staying.
on like this, I'm going to knock your bloody head off.
My mother,
Mother,
she's staying. You
she's
couldn't
no
put her
bloody
upset
mother.
with
What are you
Look,
talking
will
about,
stop
mother?
It, stop it. All right, go right. Stop it.
Mother, she didn't even say ta-ra to you. She just packed the bags and did the op. She went out the door and that was it. She never even picked up the phone. And now you're saying that she's your mother.
You know why I left.
I don't know why you stayed away. You went on and on about love, but you went out the door and that was it. We were scouring the country for you. We were worried sick about you. We were breaking our hearts over you, but you selfish bitch, you couldn't even pick up the phone.
Well, she's back, isn't she?
I don't want her back. I don't want to go through all that again. I don't want her back.
Doreen.
Because you're going. We go. You want to get the soft lad.
No, it's not. She goes, we go.
For God's sake, what's she ever done for you? Because you've never been here for 2 years.
Shall I put some music on?
All we've done is break our hearts about you. So why stop now, eh? Why stop now?
Because I am back.
Is anyone having this tea or what? Yeah.
I don't want any.
Tar. Are you working?
Yeah. We're all working. We're all doing well. Even got a few bob in the bank. You haven't been here to throw it away.
I don't go through money like that anymore.
Well, you've been on your own, haven't you? No mug like me to bail you out.
Can I talk to your dad?
Yeah.
I'm not stopping you.
Alone.
No.
Half an hour, that's all.
You'll go again.
I won't.
Promise.
Promise.
She's my mother. I've missed her and I love her. All I've wanted is for her to come back. She better be here when I get back.
Why?
Why what?
Why have you come back?
Why won't you look at me?
Why have you come back?
I heard you wanted a divorce.
Is that surprising, is it?
No. Is there someone else?
Yeah.
What's she like?
The total opposite of you.
Do you have to carry on like this?
Like what?
She's got no ties.
She's separated.
Kids?
Yeah.
You get on with them?
All bar one, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. How about you?
There was someone else, yeah. Got anything in for the tea?
I've never laid a finger on you, but right now I want to kill you.
You laid a finger on me once. I sat in front of a mirror, chopped off my hair, went and got it done proper, went out, met Peter, went to bed with him that night.
Did he have any mates? You could have given them all a good time.
That's what it took. I had to prove to myself that it was all over, that there was no going back to you. That's what it took.
You proved that when you walked out.
The supermarket fella.
That's all over.
Oh.
He was blackmailing me. That only worked when he got something to lose. When you left, I had nothing.
I left because I loved you.
You left because you loved me. You screwed some fella, but that's all right. You loved me. You disappeared off the face of the earth. But never mind, eh? You loved me.
I did.
You didn't. I loved you. I loved you. And I wanted to be near you, not just walk away. I wanted to touch you. I wanted to make love to you. I wanted to give you everything I had. Anything you wanted, I wanted to get for you. I worked every minute of the day for you. When there was no work, I stole for you. I would have killed for you. So don't give me any more of this crap about love, because I know all there is to know about it. A lot more than you'll ever know.
You know exactly why I left. I told you when I
You told me a load of crap.
I left because I couldn't see the man I loved getting deeper and deeper into that fella.
I got out of it!
Because I left, you got out of it because I left!
A one-night stand, was it?
No.
You saw him again?
We were together for over a year.
Why? Why didn't you just die?
You'll need a girdle.
I've never worn a girdle in my life.
There's a first time for everything.
1964.
I beg your pardon?
You wore a girdle in 1964.
I'd just given birth.
It's the material.
There's nothing wrong with the material.
It clings.
I want it to cling.
That's rather silly, if you don't mind me saying so.
Actually, I do mind you saying so.
Hannah?
Remember me?
Arsenic in there.
No.
Thanks. Who is she?
Who?
The woman?
No one you'd know.
You've put sugar in it.
Oh, I forgot.
It's all right.
You sure?
Yeah. Has she been here?
Yeah.
The kids like her?
Yeah. She's been like a mother to them.
Do you love her?
How long are you planning on staying?
I don't know. I won't cramp your style.
This place you're in now, it's much smaller, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's more like a family.
The other place was better. Where you sent me.
But I sent you there because you'd committed a crime.
I liked it. I want to go back there.
I'm off.
Oh, tomorrow?
Oh, sorry.
Wednesday, then?
I'll try.
Look, it's got to be finished by next Thursday.
I'll see what I can do. Bye-bye.
I followed you.
Sorry?
I followed you. how I knew where you lived.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that.
I know.
I can't help you, you see. Oh, I can give you something to eat, but that's all.
I don't want to go back there.
He's here.
You phone them.
We had to.
It's the duty officer. He'll take care of you. Take you back where you came from.
I don't want to go back there.
You late?
I wasn't going to come at all.
Your mum's back, you know.
Stay.
Don't know. I hope so.
What about Sheila?
Sheila's not me mum, is she?
So you'll just kick her out?
No.
Then what?
Don't know. I'm here to talk about us.
Us?
Yeah?
Or didn't I give you the elbow?
No one gave it to her.
Liar.
Suit yourself. Should have been married last Saturday.
I knew there was something I had to do.
Funny.
Hilarious.
I was thinking,
It's not like you.
what about you and me getting back together?
You know, have you ever thought of going on the stage?
I'm serious.
The answer's no.
Why not?
Because I'm going with someone.
You don't waste time, do you?
No.
Well, I'm going with someone and all.
Oh, of course, I'll bring a boat for a guide dog.
So who is it then?
Nose.
Oh, funny name.
Yeah.
Someone I know?
Yeah.
Who?
Tomo.
What?
Tomo.
You're joking, aren't you?
No, you're the joke.
I tried the front. There was no answer.
Surprised?
I heard you were coming. Staying long?
Don't know yet. How are you?
Fine.
Family?
Fine. It's only Claire at home now.
Damon's spread his wings as well, has he?
Damon's dead.
Oh, Sheila. Oh, Sheila. Oh, Lord. Should we go in and sit down, eh? Have a cup of tea or something? Like a cup of tea, Captain? What was it?
Water.
Go through and sit down.
You didn't tell her then?
If he had, I wouldn't have mentioned it, Sheila.
She's not talking about Damon.
What?
Sheila's been staying here.
Why?
Sheila's been staying here.
More than that.
Rods.
Yeah.
And where do you sleep?
Where do you think she...
I'm asking her, where do you sleep?
With Billy.
And Bob, he's tucked in with Annabelle Collins, is he?
Bob's gone.
I'm not surprised.
He went before any of this happened.
Huh? Oh, see? One man gets sick of you, so you pop across for a bit of spare. It wasn't like that.
Where are you going?
Unpacking.
You staying?
Dead right. You wanted a mother too, did you?
Where are you going?
Anywhere.
I want you to stay.
You want me to stay?
Yeah.
Right. Well, get rid of her.
Macmillan nurse Lorna Foyle continues her counselling of cancer sufferer Nick Hurst next at Jimmy's, where he's now undergoing chemotherapy.
All right.
Do you want a cup of tea?
What are you after?
Nothing.
All right. Who's that for?
No one. She's not up there.
She's in there.
Why didn't you say?
You didn't ask.
Do you want one?
Thanks. Last time you did this, you were after a holiday. You put sugar in.
Oh, sorry.
Getting used to it again.
I thought you'd be upstairs.
Don't build your hopes up, love.
Why not?
Your dad's been hurt.
We all have. But you're back now, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
What did she say?
Thanks.
Is that all?
Yeah,
Why didn't you talk to her?
I will. When I'm ready.
I want to know why she left, where she's been.
So do I.
Talk to her.
I will, but not now, because now's not the time. Look, she's back and we both want her to stay, so we don't do nothing. Nothing until we know she's staying.
All right.
I left because I loved him. No matter what he says, no matter what she says, I left because I loved him.
Was that it like?
Yeah. Because the rest is all mixed up. I'll explain it one day. I'll try and explain it one day, but not now, right?
All right.
Hiya.
No sugar.
I'm getting off.
Have you had anything?
I'm not hungry.
You can't go to work on an empty stomach.
I'm late.
What about you?
Oh, I'll get something at work.
You'll eat here.
I'm a big girl now, I'm all right. I'll see ya.
I'll see you.
And we'll see later and all. Sure.
See you. What you want?
What do you mean?
For breakfast?
I don't want any.
How long's this been going on?
What?
Everyone skipping breakfast?
Oh, the caring mother, is it?
Some kind of Catholic thing, is it? Everyone fasting? You want me to go?
Dead right I do.
Just say you don't love me anymore. We all sit down as a family, me, you, Rod and Tracy, and we talk it through. No bawling and shouting, we just talk it through as a family. And at the end, you tell all of us that you don't love me anymore, and I'll be packed and gone quicker than you can say, Sheila Grant.
Is that what Peter would have done, is it?
Yes! What are you looking at?
How long's she stopping?
I don't know.
Why has she come back?
I don't know.
Why hasn't he thrown her
I don't
out?
know.
If you're ever on Mastermind, don't take the corkles as your special subject.
It was good of you to come.
That's what sisters are for.
Will you stay over?
No, I can't.
Matter won't mind.
I've got to get back.
How long's she staying? Forever. Why's she come back? She loves him. Why hasn't he thrown her out? He loves her.
I know what I should have said months and months ago when you first told me about it. Oldest rule in the book. They always go back to their wives.
It wasn't like that.
Never is.
Forgot to tell you, Doreen Corkill's back. Give him a week, he'll be driving over our lawn again. Something wrong?
Dressmaker's just phoned. She's resigned.
Well, you can always say you thought it was fancy dress. You could always go as work in progress. Sorry, Anna. Oh, it's hardly the end of the world.
I'm not going.
We'll buy a dress.
Oh, yes, and then there'll be some young dolly bird wearing the same thing.
Well, I'll take her home immediately. We'll get something special.
At a special price, too.
So what? A special dress for a special lady.
So what are you going to do?
I don't know. I know what I'd have done 20 years ago. I'd have pulled out every hair in her head. I know what I'd have done a year ago. Offered up a prayer, left it all to God. Whatever will be, will be. But now... well, I don't feel like battling in the street anymore. And I'm not going to leave it to God. Because to tell you the truth, I've quite enjoyed wallowing in a bit of sin. After 30 years on the straight and narrow, I think he owes me a bit of indulgence. But I don't know, Mark. I do not know what I'm going to do.
If you want him, go and get him. I envy you, you know. I'm 20 years married, and every time I talk about Tony, I always make it clear I love him. It's automatic, just comes out. But do I?
Of course you do.
I'm not so sure. I'm fond of him. Know him inside out. But it's not exactly a marriage seething with passion. I'm after 20 years. sex every Sunday morning. But only after he's read the sports page. Now and again I found myself thinking, if only his boss had phoned and tell me there'd been an accident, then I'd know. Just by the way I reacted. Then I'd know whether I loved him or not. Oh, then comes in all the old Catholic guilt. I despise myself for thinking such a thing. Sheila, here's a man that makes your stomach turn over. Go out and grab him.
With Claire in tow.
I'll mind Claire.
We booked a holiday. 3 weeks in Ireland.
When?
5th of August.
Oh, it'll be sorted out by then. I've never been to Ireland.
You couldn't get away.
20 years married. I'm due 3 weeks parole. If you need me. And in the meantime, just phone. You know that, don't you?
Home early and made me a meal, so I had to eat that too.
You should have said you'd already eaten.
I wasn't thinking fast enough. He's good at the 3rd degree.
Oh, old married couple, eh?
It's getting to be like that, yes.
Now, the first time I came across this was in France. The Dubois had this wonderful wine cellar. Most of it was full of new country wines. Half the price of the usual and twice as good.
Nice.
Well, it's a small vineyard, but very, very good.
I'm impressed.
You're meant to be.
Alistair finds it difficult to cope with, my being away such a lot.
Well, I know the feeling.
Oh?
Chris used to go away a lot. I used to rationalize it. Foreign country, risk of infection. It's all bull. I was jealous, that's all.
Alistair is too.
What do you want?
I thought you'd be at work.
No, Wednesday, half day.
Oh. Can I come in?
No.
Is your mum in?
No.
Can I come in and wait for her?
Look, she's got nothing to say to you.
Please. I think you're being very selfish, you know.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Look, I know what you want. Your mum and dad back together again. It's only natural. It's not about what you want, though, is it? I mean, you're going to meet somebody soon. You'll get married, get off. Your dad can't base his life around what you want, Tracy. He's got to make a life of his own, and that might not be with your mum.
I know what you want.
Do you?
Yeah, you want me dad.
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to get him. Look, you've been good to me, I know. But you're not me mum, so you're not going to get him. And I'm going to make sure of that.
Drunken conversations till 4 in the morning. Alistair bearing his soul. An expert in self-analysis. He knows he's jealous. He knows why he's jealous. He doesn't like himself, doesn't value himself enough. He pours it all out. I pour it all out, how he's got to trust me, how I wouldn't hurt him for the world. And his bed, and I'm absolutely knackered, but he needs to make love to be reassured. So I reassure him. And that's it. For another week or so. Till it all starts again.
But it hasn't always been like that.
No. I think.
Yes?
I think we ought to pop over to France.
So do I.
Right.
No, I don't think jealousy's got anything to do with self-esteem. In a way, it's the ultimate compliment. You love someone. You think the whole world can see what it is you love about them, so the whole world's going to love them too. And you're jealous as hell.
I'd sooner have trust. Talk of the devil.
Alistair?
We're going to Formby. You fancy a frolic in the sandhills?
I better not. I'll see you out.
You better not.
Right.
See ya.
Bye.
I'm staying.
What's going on?
Go for a walk, will you, eh?
No.
What's going on?
Nothing. Look, it wasn't as straightforward as I thought it would be.
No.
Will you do as you're told?
No.
Look, they're their kids. I mean, half this place is theirs.
We knew that.
Out!
No.
Out!
No.
There's some bags out there. Cottage pie, do you? It'll be late, about 7.
Can we talk?
Who?
You and me.
No need for that.
Isn't there?
Will we go for a walk?
No.
We'll go for a walk down by the river. We'll sort it out.
No. I want to talk to her.
If you like.
Come as you.
No.
Your man wants you to go.
I'm sick of people throwing me out.
Do as you're told. I'm big enough for her.
I'll see you, eh?
By the river.
What?
He asked you to go for a walk by the river.
Oh, yes.
Whereabouts?
Otterspool.
You been there before?
Yeah. Why?
I've got a family to look after. What do you want?
How long are you staying?
That's my business.
Why'd you come back?
To see me family, that is all right, isn't it?
Why now?
I heard he wanted a divorce.
And you don't.
All you're doing is this.
No.
You're a liar.
I'm a Catholic. I'm not free to marry, divorce or no divorce.
Gets me out of the way, though, doesn't it?
It wasn't like that.
No?
No.
You reckon you love him, then?
I know I do.
Then you're free to marry him?
No, I'm not.
Listen, love. Religion wouldn't stop me. Wild horses wouldn't stop me. I'd cut my throat for that man. I'd cut yours a damn sight sooner. If I told you some of the things I've been through for that man and his kids, if I told you some of the things I've done for that man and his kids, you wouldn't have the cheek to stand there spouting religion. So just do one, will you? Go and chew the altar rail or something, because you're not in the same league, love.
So easy, isn't it, Doreen? Simple.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. I'm a Catholic, yeah, and that means certain things, but I won't bore you with them, Doreen, because you wouldn't understand.
Dead right.
Well, that's all right, because there's certain things about you I'll never understand. You see, I'll never understand how you can walk out on your kids 2 years without a word and then come back and start lecturing me about love.
Get out of my house.
We need to talk this through.
I'm busy.
I'll wait.
He proposed to me on Otter's Pool Prom. Old habits die hard.
Shall I start at the beginning?
No, thanks.
We didn't go into this lightly.
I'm not interested. Look, love, you told me you had someone else and I was ready to walk out that door. A new start, a new woman, a new life, fine. I had no right to come back and spoil all that. But then I found out it was only you, a bit of spare from across the road.
It wasn't like that.
For God's sake, grow up, will you? You've kept my side of the bed warm. I'm very grateful, but I'm back now and I've got to do a meal for my husband and kids, so do us a favour, eh? Walk.
I love him.
How much? Come on. How much do you love him? I mean, so far, I'm very impressed. You've actually managed to walk across the street. That's really convincing, isn't it? Well, I loved him enough to leave him. That man was up to all sorts. He was up to all sorts because he loved me and the kids and he was fighting to keep our heads above water. But the more he fought, the deeper he got. And I knew I had to get out to stop him from fighting because if he didn't stop fighting, he'd drown. So I left him. Bonfire night. I'm breaking my heart, he's breaking his. And I can't look back because if I look back, I'll go back and it'll start all over again. I left him because I loved him. You've never done that for a man. You'll never do that for a man, so don't talk to me about love.
You don't know me. Don't you tell me what I'll do and what I won't do for people I love.
Then do it. Don't spout about it. Do it. He's got what he always wanted, his family back together again. You're surplus to requirements, so just go, will you? I believe the Vatican's nice at this time of year.
If that's what Billy wants, I'll go.
You're not very good at taking a hint, are you? I've been here 2 days, love. If he was going to throw me out, he'd have done it by now. You left some stuff.
You're a nasty, scheming, conniving little bitch, really, aren't you?
No, that's a coincidence. You haven't got a hope, love, because I know things about that man. I know things that'd make your hair curl, things that'd get him a bit more than 3 Hail Marys or Father Bunloaf. Do you know what I mean?
What sort of things?
Well, I'll tell you one day, if I have to, and that'll be the end of it. My husband and the prim and proper Mrs. Grant, that'll be the end of it. But I don't think I'll have to. Because if he throws me out, do you think Rod and Tracy will stay in this house 5 minutes? No. And he's not going to risk that, love. Not for a bit of spare across the road, middle-aged and desperate.
We'll see about that. Cow.
methods for dealing with cataracts are featured at Jimmy's next.